Thank you. Hello, everyone. Good evening and welcome to the marketplace with Uche Onuche. How was your weekend? And I hope everything you were able to rest this weekend and hope that today hasn't been too stressful. for you. Okay, so it's a lovely Monday evening, and we have moved into our leadership. We have moved into our leadership series, and it's been exciting. A lot of people have been contacting me. Why haven't I been doing leadership? I said I do it from time to time, but I want to take out time to do it this year, so that you can catch something. I started from late last year. We dealt with a lot about business. Now we've come to leadership. After leadership, we'll move to career development. After career development, we'll move to personal finance. From personal finance, we'll move to marriage. And from there, we'll do other relationships, how to build corporate and personal relationships. And I'm sure by the time we go around, the year would have ended. So this 2021 promises to be a very exciting year for all of us here at Marketplace Apostles and Making Nigeria. Okay, so this evening I'm dealing with developing leadership skills for influence. I said to us last year that everything rises and falls on leadership. Everything rises and falls on leadership. Before I proceed, I will also want to urge the people, if you're on Instagram and if you're on Facebook, you might want to move over to Zoom and also move over to YouTube, my YouTube channel, Uchonoche YouTube channel. You might want to move over there. Why? Because I teach some of these things with slides, and these slides can be helpful to you. It can be helpful for you to be able to get more out of my teaching. So, but if you're cool the way you are, then no problem, we can just go on. I was saying that leadership, everything rises and falls on leadership. Everything, both in the home, both in the office, in organizations, in countries, in continents, everything all over the world rises and falls on leaders. So it's the same thing in our country. Why you will see a situation that we're having a lot of challenges, because most of all these leaders, we didn't select them. It was not by our selection. They are there. So if they are not there by our own selection, how much more are we expected to for them? Are we going to be expecting them to do things for us? But be that as it may, there has to be a new generation of emerging leaders, especially in the business area, in entrepreneurship, because economics power sponsors political power. So for you to be able to have a say in the politics of the day, then perhaps you might also be thinking about being able to sponsor the politics of the day or the politicians of the day. And how do you do that? By becoming an entrepreneurial leader. Leadership, business and political leadership, they more or less like go hand in hand when you talk about leadership. So it's important we understand what this leadership is all about. Everything rises and falls on leadership. And today we want to focus not just on leadership, but also leadership skills for influence. I'm going to give you some definition of leadership that will help you understand what leadership really is. And so that you understand the essence of this topic, developing leadership skills for influence. Okay, are you a leader? Most of us say that we are leaders. Most of us will say we are leaders, but are you really a leader? If you think that you are, then let's proceed. I want to start from the opposite end, what leadership is not, rather than what leadership is, because sometimes we go on and we start we will start, we go on and we start defining leadership and all that. And I realized that it makes more sense to tell me what I'm not than what I am. It sticks more. It sticks more that you find out what you are, what you are not, rather than what you are. And this will help you. This helps you. This helps you to be able to know exactly what you can do, to know exactly what you can do, to know exactly who you are. So let us look at what leadership is not. Leadership is not being a title holder. It doesn't make you a leader. Being a government appointee doesn't make you a leader. Being a manager, a general manager, even an MD does not automatically qualify you as a leader. You know, office titles can be likened to product labels. Is your product. You can put anything you like. You can bring out a product and say, this is the best bread ever. It's your product. And you have your mouth. You can say whatever you want. So saying something, having a title, you are general manager audit. It does not mean that you have automatically become a leader. No. So what does it mean? Over time, it is the quality of that product, that leader, that sustains it, not the label. It is the quality of the product at the end of the day that will sustain it. So it's also the quality. It is the quality of the title holder over a period of time will let us know whether you can sustain that title, you know, because you really need to earn it. Okay, likewise is the character of a leader that sustains the organization or even a nation. The character of a leader sustains an organization and even a nation. So what I'm saying in essence is that leadership is earned and not imposed. Leadership is earned and not imposed at all. It is not imposed at all. It is earned. So now let us look at what leadership is. Leadership is simply influence. The best way to describe leadership is simply influence. The ability to influence others to follow your lead. That is leadership. So now let me just give you some definitions from top leaders of the world, and for you to understand what leadership is or how they mirrored leadership from their own lenses. President Harry Truman, we all know the president at one time of the United States, says a leader, and I like this one very much, a leader is a person who has the ability to get you to do what you don't want to do and like it. That's what Harry Truman says. A leader that has the ability to get others to do what they don't want to do and to like it. So it means that a leader that can paint a picture of what is a picture that will make you love something that you ordinarily will not love. That is a great leader. Then there's another one called John R. Moss. It says a leader is one who knows the way, who knows the road, who can keep ahead, and who pulls others after him. A leader is one who knows the road, who can keep ahead, and who pulls others after him. So you must know the road. You must be able to keep ahead and pull others. Okay, General Montgomery, also of the US, said leadership is the capacity and will to rally men and women to a common cause, and the character which inspires confidence to continue along that path. So the key words here, capacity. You must have the capacity. A leader has capacity, also has will, and he has the ability to use his capacity and his will to to rally men and women for a common cause. And he has the character. He has the character which inspires confidence. Okay. There's also another guy that is called an Admiral Nimitz. Admiral Nimitz says leadership is the quality that inspires sufficient confidence in subordinates as to be willing to accept his views and carry out his command. So there must be, it's not about you giving the command. There must be something about you. There must be a quality that you have that inspires sufficient confidence to say, let's follow this man. He knows what he's saying. He knows where he's going from what he says. It takes something from a leader to be able to have that, because leadership is about influence. If you can't influence anybody, you have not started. Please go and find someone to follow. If you are not influencing somebody, go and find somebody else to follow until you develop yourself. And that's the reason why we're here. I'm able to help you develop yourself. So now I can't call all these people's name and not call my own. I have my own definition too. I have my own definition. So Uche Onoche says leadership is the ability to lead by influence without manipulation or coercion. So threatening sack, I will sack you, or tell your wife, do you know who I am? I'm the husband. The day you start telling your wife that you are the husband in the house, that means that's your title is a suspect, because everybody knows who they are. Or you tell your child, I'm your father. Do you know I'm your father? Then there's a big problem. There's a big problem, because now you are threatening yourself. I see that this year you will leave this company. I'm perceiving in my spirit. I have had one guy tell me that his boss told him that I am highly persuaded of all things that you will not last in this company for the next 1 year. So this thing is that leadership is not by manipulation, it's not by deceit, it's not by coercion, it's by influence, influencing them to do what they will normally want to do and to love it. Okay, so why do you need to develop leadership skills for influence? Why do you really need to develop? It's very important, because you need those leadership influence skills. So what I want to bring out today are the skills that will help you to become more influential. Because when you become more influential, you can use people more. That's what it means. Okay, so now let us look at the reason why we need let's look at the reason why we need these skills. You see that in the modern age, you look at in the modern world now, especially as it relates to the corporate world, hierarchies are in the corporate world are diminishing. They are fast diminishing. So other hierarchy of MD, general manager, this, as we used to have, nobody has time for all those type of things anymore. So that hierarchy is fast diminishing. So developing personal effectiveness and influencing skills is in the workplace has become more important than ever. Why? Because you can see an MD is closely working with the manager and bypassing a lot of general managers who are there with just having title but not being effective. So what kind of situation can bring that? Example, you have an MD and the other board members that will bring people as general manager, executive director and all that, and they are collecting fat salaries and doing nothing. But the MD needs a management team that will help him work. So he can bypass all those people, go to managers and people that help him do what they want and do the things that he wants. So because you have a title doesn't mean you can influence anything, doesn't mean that you can control anything in the workplace. I've seen that happen so many times. So you may be a team leader, you may be a manager, and you want the people around you to do the work that you wish, or the work that you have assigned to them. But it doesn't necessarily mean that they will always follow, they will always walk like you want them to walk. You might have the authority to compel them to do what you want, but it does not give the surety that they are going to do the best for you. So you have the title, you have the power to issue out. This Mr. Daniel, why are you drawing on my Banjicom? Mr. Daniel, in Zoom, last week you were drawing on my this thing. King Daniel, why are you drawing on my this thing? King Daniel, as you're drawing on your presentation, I'm seeing it here. Okay, so you might have the authority to compel others to walk as you want, but it does not necessarily give you the surety that they're going to do it. They're going to do it just because they just need to do it now for them to survive. You know, some people come to work, they just want that salary. They don't see you as a leader. They're actually just coasting and just waiting for a better job or waiting for that time for them to move on. So what it means now is that, but a true leader will turn somebody that is coasting, turn that person to become a highly productive worker. This is why you need those skills. So in this case, influencing others is the key for you to make your role easier in the workplace. You know, being able to influence people makes your work easy. If you can influence people around you, they will do a better job for you, and you need to put in less effort than chasing them. You see, when you come to an office, an organization, and the leader, that is supposed leader, is chasing you for more pay, call this man, why have you not done this job? This man, why have you not done this job? Why have you people not moved to site? Why have you people not done this, done that? What it means that you are not an effective leader. What it means that you are not an effective leader. You are giving them instruction, but they are not obeying it because you're not able to influence them enough to do what you want. If you can influence the people around you, they will do a better job, and you will need to give less effort in chasing them. Influencing others is very crucial to successful leadership. A leader does not only give others to do a job, he influences others to get the job done. So consider this saying, let's do it together, and instead go and do it. Which one will be more motivating? An experienced leader will say, guys, we have a project that we're going to do, even though he's going to be in his office. But what he's saying is that you understand it, that he's a team player, he's part of you. Even if you are the one going out, he's there. You understand that he has your back, even though he's in the office. It's about how he speaks. So the first person that says, oh, okay, let's see how we do it, is going to command more influence than somebody that says, go and do it, and not even giving you the opportunity or to carry you along in things. So now, let's see the magic of influencing skills. Look around your workplace, for instance, and you might be seeing some people have a magical touch in dealing with others. Have you got into a company, you see someone that is not even manager, but there's a way he commands respect among the people from the gate man. Have you not seen, I went to a company once, a manager was coming. A manager and one of the manager's subordinates were driving in. And the manager came in, parked, carried his things, and were going. The security man entered the security house when the manager came, so that he will not have to help him carry his load. So the manager left. But as soon as the subordinate came, as that one was coming, I could see the way he ran to collect the things and carried it up for that guy. What does that tell you? It tells you that there's something wrong with that manager, and there's something this man is doing to be able, and as the guy was going, everybody was smiling, greeting him as he's going up. He's asking everybody, how was your weekend? How is your wife? How is this? How is that? You can imagine if that person was the manager, I'm sure they will be doing better. So someone that has a senior position was not commanding that kind of influence because he doesn't have those influencing skills. Perhaps he has them, but he doesn't know that he has them. Or perhaps he doesn't have them and does not know that he can acquire those things to help him. So you might be wondering, what is the secret power for that guy to do that? That is what is called influencing power. The power of influence. That is what it means. So if you're ambitious about your career and want to be seen as a person who can convince all and get things done easily, then you need to consider acquiring these influencing skills. If you want to be able to bring people together in your organization, bring different parts of your organization together to work as one, to work as a team, then you should consider, you need to consider acquiring influencing skills, which is what we are here to do. So how do I acquire these influencing skills? Yeah, that's why we're here. The first, I'll give you a series of nuggets of how you can acquire these skills or how you can do better, because some of these ones, some of them you already know. The first one is ability to read a good book. To read a good book, you must read. You must read. I bought a book for a friend of mine and I took it to his office. I think the book is Effective Leading, something to lead people effectively. He was just promoted to, I think, executive director of a company. So I gave him a book, Effective Leading, something effective leading, talking about leading people. And he carried the book. He said, I beg, I've been reading all my life that he doesn't have time. He wants to concentrate to see how he can do well on the job. And I told him, readers are leaders. Learners are leaders. You have to continue to read to be able to lead people. You know, I tried to tell him, I gave him a book, he didn't really appreciate it, but I've done what I can as a friend for him. You need to read not just books. You need to read books that have to do on leadership, entrepreneurship, corporate organization, organizing society, organizing organizations, organizing people. You must read everything in line with, you must read everything in line with leadership and entrepreneurship, and especially non-fiction books. Because I see a lot of people, they say they want to read, but they will go to fiction books, non-fiction books, that you know that the things that they are talking about to an extent are authentic. Okay? By reading books, what it does for you is that you can learn how to be successful, how you can learn how to successfully lead men. You can learn how successful men lead their lives and how they made ways to be successful. How did they become successful? See what books does. It broadens your outlook. It broadens your horizon. It extends your frontiers. You are able to think. It broadens you. It opens up your mind. You think in different way. It's important that you read. It helps you to build influence. It will help you to build a lot of influence. So please, you need to read a book every day. I say every day. You need to read a book every week. Even if you can't do it, let's start from one book a month. Then you can begin to increase to one book in 2 weeks to a week, depending on how much you want it. But reading is non-negotiable. You must read. Okay, another way you can build influence, influencing skills, is to continually strive for success. People are more likely to be influenced by skillful people. So you must be skillful at what you do. You must be seen to be skillful. Everybody, the more excellent you are in what you do, the more likely your people, you influence people around you. The more likely your people want to tend to be under you, because take it or not, people is a thing of pride when you have a boss that is skillful. People are proud. That's my boss now. When they say that this, do you know this person? That's my boss. It shows you that they are happy because they are happy because you are striving for excellence. People are noticing, and people are telling them you are privileged to have such a man, to work with such a man. You know, it helps to build influence. Unlike when your boss comes out to talk, everybody will put. There was this politician that carried his people and he was talking, and all the people he came with, all of them put their hands on their head, and they were like, what is this man talking about? None of them at that time, you could see, was impressed by what their boss is saying. Nobody wants to follow somebody that is not excellent. Nobody wants to follow somebody that is not putting in his best. So you must be the best at what you do. Be skilled enough that people can rely on you. Be skilled enough that people want to come around you. Keep being updated with relevant information and issues regarding your work. You must become a thought leader in your sphere of influence, or in your own field. You must constantly update and know what is current, and that way people will naturally gravitate towards you, because this is a man that knows. In our local parlance, we hear them say, especially during politics time is coming, let's follow the man wey sabi. What does that mean? Let's follow someone that knows something. Let's follow somebody that is going somewhere, and you can see that excellence, that spirit of excellence inside of him. So as a leader, you must strive for excellence, and your people will reward you with loyalty. That's how you gather people around you. You can imagine if you're an excellent motivational speaker, when you walk on the street, everybody will be coming. Please, I want you to mentor me. Please, I want you to mentor me. Please, can you mentor me? Please, can you if you have nothing to offer, who will come to you and say, mentor me? Mentor you how? So it's an excellent tool for building influence. Another way of building of increasing your influencing skill is to be open-minded and believe in your people. Believe in your people. Be open-minded. People are more likely to be attached to an open-minded person rather than a tough and rigid person. Have you ever worked with somebody that is rigid? It's by the books. They go by the books. They don't bend. They don't want to hear anything. This is the law. This is what we're supposed to do. This, and nobody, when somebody is rigid, is like a pond. Nothing goes in, nothing comes out. And if there are trees by the pond, what happens is that leaves will be falling into the pond. And before those leaves will become debris, those debris will change and become all form of algae in the water, and those things will turn a clear water to become green. Nothing is going in, nothing is coming out, because that is the major characteristics of a pond. But a river, be a river, something is entering. Every river has its own source, and every river also has an outlet. That's what makes it a river. It is flowing. So people are coming. They're depositing new things, and they are moving. Rather than be a pond, be a river. So be open-minded. That is the only way you can attract people. Somebody will like your vision, like your idea, come to your organization that, sir, I want to do this. No, this is how we do it here. is my vision. You were not there when God called me. This is my vision. We must do it this way. But your way is outdated. So be open-minded and believe in people that they have what it takes. Give them a feeling. When you do that, you give people a feeling of relief and reliance and enhance positive attitude towards you. When somebody knows you, give them a listening ear. When somebody knows that if they come to you, you are open. Because when somebody comes to your company and suggests something to you, he also wants to develop, he wants to grow. So when you don't give people opportunity to exercise their gifting, their talent, or to work their ideas, you're also not giving them the opportunity to grow. You should be open to people around you so that they think that you are on their side. There's no greater empowerment and support you can give to somebody than to look at the person in the eyes and sincerely, with conviction, and say, I believe in you. I believe in what you can do. Although I've seen situations that you tell somebody, I believe in you, you praise them, and it begins to get to their head. But under normal circumstances, it should lead to somebody appreciating you and lead to more loyalty than arrogance on their part. When you believe in someone, they can achieve the impossible, really. All you just need to do, whether it's your child, your staff, whoever, your spouse, just tell them, I believe in you. That is a magic. It's a magic dose. It's a magic formula that can make an ordinary person become extraordinary. The more you invest in people and lift them towards their potential, the more likely you are viewed as a leader. Leadership is not about titles, I've said. Leadership is not about position. It's not about flow charts, but one life impacting and influencing the other to do something they will ordinarily not want to do. Leadership starts at home. How do you get a 2-3-year-old to obey the house rules? You have to find ways. It's not all about beating. You have to find ways to make them to obey those rules. And that is how leadership starts. It actually starts from the home. Okay, I was talking to a friend of mine, and he was like, I think he's 8 or 9 years older than he's the first child, but he was 8 or 9 years older than the next child. And he had 4 other siblings. So you can imagine at 9, he was more or less, his parents were professors. That's the reason why there was that gap, because I think the mother was doing a PhD at that time. So you can imagine he now he's now more like the parent to his siblings, because he was always there. So at that young age, he started his mind. He was able to develop, or he developed by fire, by force, how to lead his younger ones to do something so that his parents will not come and beat him. So he had to develop his own way. And we're just gisting and laughing. And he's a great leader today. He's a leader controlling over 2,000 people on a daily basis in one country. I don't know what other staff he has in other countries. What does that tell you? It started from the home. Ability to be able to not being the title of a big brother, but the title of knowing how to control his children. And he was able to take that into his life. So true leaders bring out the personal best in those around them. Okay, another way of increasing your influencing skills is appreciate and motivate your team. Appreciation is a great means of creating an influence on others. As a leader or manager, you may give many tasks to your subordinates. Regardless of how they are doing it, you should always also appreciate the leaders. This little appreciation can have big impact on productivity. Appreciating people for what they do will make them want to do more. When you appreciate somebody, that you stir something within them that wants to make them do more. Appreciation is a powerful tool in influencing people. Whether you believe it or not, everybody wants to be appreciated. Everybody, and it's a motivating factor. Everybody, they feel motivated. In fact, when you appreciate people, they feel motivated, they feel charged up. They will tend to work more willingly now, without your coercion, without your manipulation, nothing. They will willingly work for you because you appreciate them.
You have created a problem.
Then you, apart from appreciating them, this appreciation motivates them.
This guy is no longer
bigger for your team, even bigger than they think for themselves.
Cut you off.
There is no more noble occupation in the world than to help another human being succeed. When you appreciate them, you are pushing them and helping them even to become better people. Leaders make their people better, and appreciation is one of them. It helps them. There's a way you are. You see, we all like praises. We all like praises. I've seen a situation where I came to the office. One of my staff many years ago did something crazy. So he was waiting for me. They've already given me the report. They've already called me and given me the report. And I looked at this guy. And I was like, what do I do? This offense is he's liable to sack, is liable for salary cut, is liable for so many negative things. But I say that I see potential in this guy. So what do I do? I see a lot of potential in this guy. So what do I do? So I came to the office. As I was coming, the guy was outside. He ran inside. He was sitting on his chair. He was sweating seriously, even inside AC. He was sweating. So when I finally called him, he came and I said, what happened? He wanted to start long. I said, look, we all make mistakes. I don't want to know what happened. I already have an idea. We all make mistakes. I see a lot of potential in you. You just have to be careful. Watch mistakes. What did I say? He said I should watch mistakes. He should watch his mistakes. Please be careful. You are costing company money, but nothing is going to happen to you because I see potential. The guy left my office. He was jumping and shouting. What kind of man is this? The money it cost the company a lot of money, close to maybe 200,000 or thereabout. But you see, you can get so upset because of that 200,000. You will lose potential. You will lose somebody that is able to do it for you. Once you see that potential, especially later, when you are asking people questions, you will know whether they have it or they don't. And I saw that the guy has that quality. And when I did that, it brought out the best in him. There was no mistake again. He was the best staff until he went abroad. So think about it. Motivation and appreciation, it helps. It helps to boost your team. Be observant and provide opportunity for wins. Be observant. Observe your surroundings carefully, thoroughly, especially your colleagues and staff. Notice how they talk, in which way they think, what things they are fond of. Notice, observe your staff, your colleagues,
said something like
observe
that.
them. As they are talking, listen to what they are not saying. And you are able to deduce exactly who they are. Most of the time, by the time my staff is telling me things, I've already deduced it in the how will I say it? I've already received it. I've had an idea based on what they are saying. There's a way you can guide people. You are asking questions innocently. At least they think it's innocently, and they're telling you exactly what's on their mind. Watch what people say and use what they say to correct them and nudge them further. Don't use what they say, how they act against them, because then you become vindictive. Use what they say, understand their psyche, understand their mentality, and help them along that line. What you're doing is that you are grooming and molding. But most managers can say, why am I here? Am I his father? Am I training? If he cannot do the work, let me sack him and get somebody who is. You can never get a perfect person. You groom people to perfection. You never I've not seen anybody that has a perfect staff. Because even if they were perfect for their former bosses, when they come to you, you also need to perfect them to suit the company culture and to suit you as a person. So observe them, observe their weaknesses, their strength, and help them. Observing these little details makes you enabled to understand the person more clearly. And when you understand them completely, it's easy for you to influence somebody you understand. You can't influence somebody you do not understand. You can't influence somebody you don't even know their pain. You don't know where they are coming from. You can't influence somebody that you don't share things. It's not possible. So when somebody comes late to work, why don't you see them? Now what's happening? Where are you living? What is the problem?
She
so that
talks
you even
exactly
understand
like
what
her
they
father.
need to go through. When you understand what they need to go through, you're able to guide them, help them, advise them, even to become better and come on time.
To talk exactly like
this is why it's important for you to observe.
Yes.
Then you also need to provide opportunities for them to win.
The man who used
create,
to be your father,
manufacture, develop circumstances that give your people opportunity for series of small wins that will magnify their potential. Don't take the credit for everything. I've had a situation where I've already negotiated with somebody. Then I tell my staff, go and talk to them. And the person goes there, negotiating, talk, seal the deal, comes back happy, not knowing that, and we clap, oh, you try, your sales, this thing is going up, or you are trying. But I've already done it before. So why don't I want to take the glory? Because that win will help him. And when he helps him, he helps the company. Productivity is what? When he produces, is it not for the company? It's not for his pocket or his, for his father's house. It's for the company. So allow people to win. Give them opportunity to close sales, make deals, do things that will make them very happy. When challenges are mastered and opportunity turns to win, people admire a leader that gives them a chance, an opportunity to stretch, and in stretching, to develop themselves. Okay? Another skill you need to develop is to know yourself. Know thyself. Know thyself is one of the cardinal points of influence. You need to know yourself. Knowing yourself is one of the most crucial tools of being an influencer, of being more influential. You must know about you, who you are, and what you do. Analyzing your strengths and your weaknesses. Any man that does not know himself can be easily swayed, easily intimidated, easily annoyed, will lose a lot of people, will lose a lot of team people because he doesn't understand himself. Sometimes in leadership, you have to take insult for the greater cause. You have to even take some insubordination, but you are looking at where the thing is going. You see the big picture, but your team members, they just see in parts, but you see the whole. You are like God there when all of them are like prophets, they see in part, they prophesy in part, but you see whole. So you are able to take some certain things so that it will not scatter the general vision. You must know yourself. You must be strong. Analyze your strength and your weaknesses. I always tell people meditation, not prayer. You have time for your prayer. When you want to discover yourself, as early as 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m., just wake up, go to a quiet place and just sit down. You are not praying, you are not doing anything, you are just thinking. Just allow the thoughts to be flowing. When the thoughts are flowing, you by yourself, you know the thoughts that you like, the thoughts that you do not like. Allow it to flow. After a while, those thoughts that you cannot control will go away. Your own thoughts will come. And your thoughts will begin to come. You begin to think clearly of the things you want to do. Your issues will come. And when your issues come, you begin to analyze, why did I talk to this man in this manner? Why didn't I talk to this man in this manner? So you notice that next time, don't be too quick to speak. That is how it has helped me, that anytime I make a mistake, I make a mental note that this thing will not happen. You understand the things you love and the things that you want. It becomes clearer to you, the things you want, the things why you do the things you do. It's important you know why you opened an office, why you are starting that vision, and why you're bringing people. And at that point in time, you analyze your strength. What is my strength? What is my weakness? You don't need to be ashamed of your weakness. All of us, we have it. So that when you are bringing partners, when you're bringing staff, when you're bringing people, you are bringing people in your area of weakness, not in your area of strength. By the time you're bringing people in your area of strength, is you are looking at succession. You are looking at leaders at different stages that are like you, that have that same strength. You are positioning them not too near you, but far, so that they can do things because they have the skills. Those around you are the ones that cover up for your weakness. So that when you are moving, oh, they say it's an excellent company. It's because everybody knows what they are doing. Compare yourself with successful people. You must compare yourself with successful people. And when you have matched them, what are you lacking? Then improve yourself in accordance to what you do not have. Read biography. Everybody wants to know what successful people do. Read their biography. And you compare it to your own. And you say, wow. Every successful people, look at their work. See their energy at work. Look at the number of hours they put in. Look at the things they do. What do successful people do? The 5 successful people in your field, how do they live their life? What do they do? You must emulate it and even do better. Because for you to want to be like them, being like them is just the first step. You must be better than them. Knowing yourself is the number one place to start. Then what you don't have, you bring into yourself to help you to achieve it. Okay, confidence. Another skill is confidence. Confidence is a must. Confidence is a must. Confidence is a must. It's crucial in influencing skill. Self-confidence, this is what it does. When you know yourself, you are confident in that thing that you have. Self-confidence comes from somebody that is self-aware. And once you are self-aware, you are confident. You see, this is my side. I hold my side. I don't know this one, no. I don't know digital marketing like Banji and Daniel. But you see my side, I hold my side. So in my area of weakness, I can bring them in to assist. When you know yourself and know the reason for the vision. Because the thing with being a vision bearer, if you're not careful, your friends and family will deviate you from the vision. They will tell you, no, this, you know yourself, you can't, this is what is happening. Your vision is your vision. What is on the inside of you is what is on the inside of you. If you are going somewhere, you are going somewhere. And if you're not confident, people will send you on another path. So you must know yourself, and that leads to self-confidence. And self-confidence creates a positive impression on the minds of people around you. Everybody wants a confident person. Who wants to follow a man that is not confident? You tell him today, you say, okay, I agree. You come again tomorrow, I think so, maybe we need to change this vision to this. Then you come again, you tell him, say, things are changing, so we have to change like this. After a while, you'll be saying, this man doesn't even know the reason why he opened this shop. Nobody gets influenced by a less confident person. Confidence should be expressed by your words, your body language, your attitude, and the way you talk to others. As long as you are in the right track, stick to what you believe. A confident man has done his, he knows what he wants. He's confident in that thing he wants to do. Stick to it. But remember, being confident does not mean being arrogant, because there's a thin line between self-confidence and arrogance. Arrogance will backfire instead of creating an influence on others. When people see that your own self-confidence is tending towards arrogance, is tending towards looking down on people, is tending towards criticizing people, is tending towards trying to make people feel that they are small, they are not as gifted as you are, or is tending towards making people feel that they still have more time. Have you ever talked to somebody who tell you, you're good, but keep coming up, you'll be coming up. You know, that is arrogance. And it backfires, because after a while, people begin to say, this man is full of himself. So always keep it in mind that confidence should not tear somebody down. Your confidence should not tear somebody down. Rather, your confidence should be like, your confidence should help somebody else's confidence. Your confidence should lift somebody else up. Okay. All right. In order to develop influencing skills, you must be a good listener and truly connect with your people. When a colleague comes to talk to you, listen to him carefully and pay full attention. It will create a feeling that you care about him, even if you don't. There are certain things that you do. You know, when somebody is worried, when somebody wants to pass on information, even though the person knows or does not know that you cannot help him, but the way you receive the person and listen to that person, what it does is that it will make that person feel that you care about him. It will make that person feel that you care about him. And that feeling is very important, influencing people. Anytime somebody comes to you, listen to them, encourage them, talk to them. It's easy for you to influence that person, rather than when somebody comes to talk to you, you even talk more than the person. When somebody is coming to share their personal life, in fact, as they start, you have shared your own, and the person has nothing to say. If someone feels so, you could easily be influenced, because you've already taken the driver position and you are guiding the person. So never forget the importance of being a good listener and paying attention to others. And try as much as possible, not just listen, connect to them, connect to their soul, ask them questions. Some people like for you to ask them questions in the area of their need. When you're asking questions, it's showing that you care. Leaders are responsible for connecting with their people and relating to them in a way that increases their own influence. When you connect to someone, you've already have the door is open for you to be able to influence that person. When you can connect with people, you can begin to form relationships. You can't have a relationship with somebody that you are not connecting that person to. You are not connected to. So when you connect with people, a relationship starts. And relationship is the basis for influence. Without a relationship, you cannot influence nobody. So listen, connect, build a relationship, then you are able to influence. Okay. Give trust so you can earn trust. I repeat, give trust so you can earn trust. Experienced leaders know that the best way to find out if you can trust someone is to trust them first. Trust people first. I remember when I was in secondary school, there's a guy that can complain. Everybody is one prefect is doing this, a prefect is doing that, a prefect is always complaining until one of the teachers said, let's make this man a prefect, let's see what he will do. And he didn't find it funny. He now started complaining that people don't obey, people don't listen, because a complainer is a complainer. But at the end of the day, that helped to train him as a person, because now he understood. They now put him in the shoes of the people he was complaining about. That complaint, after a while, quieting, died, and he now became a better person. Trust people first, and they will trust you. There's some kind of things you do for people and say, this man let me do this kind of thing, and they will trust you back. Trust is the glue of leadership, is the glue of loyalty. The foundational principle that holds all relationships together is trust. Teamwork builds trust, and trust builds growth. Trust people. Be able to delegate to people gradually. Not delegate everything. Delegate to them in phases. Trust them. Even if when there's a loss, as I told you before, even when there's a loss, tell the person, the company has incurred this loss, but I trust in you. I put my trust in you that you will not fail me next time and you won't make this error. Trust him again, and you see most of the time, that person will not fail you. But if that person happens to fail you, then maybe you have to organize deliverance for him, because we are now seeing a trend that is okay. All right. Extend honor to receive respect. You must honor people even if you're a driver. Respect is earned. Respect is earned. Influence does not come to us instantaneously. It does not. It grows. It increases gradually. People, nobody can just see, even if they like you, the way you look, the way you dress, they cannot trust you totally, especially Nigerians. Nigerians don't trust like that, though. They are very suspicious human beings. So because they see you, they like you, you speak well, does not mean they will trust you instantly. It's in phases. By the things you do, by their actions, by your actions, people will trust you more. By their fruits, you know them. It grows as we purposefully take action by extending honor and receiving respect in return. Respect your people, no matter the lower. Respect your children. Respect your wife. Respect your husband. And you will reap respect. What you sow is what you get. Some people don't respect. Some people don't honor anybody, but they respect. So it's a story of a guy that anytime they want to do birthday in the office, and you'll be complaining, they say, let's contribute, buy this thing for somebody. He said, I bet you could leave all this birthday thing. There's nothing in that birthday. Anytime somebody wants to celebrate a landmark, he said, me, I don't believe in figures, in numbers. Age is just but a number. He says all manner of things until he turned 40. That landmark, this thing, he was so happy. He was asking, people were saying, even if the company normally will celebrate such landmark, nobody contributed for it, not even a card. It was his wife that brought cake and his children that brought cake and brought drink, and the staff, they ate the cake, ate the drink, and nobody, they just say happy birthday. They did not give him a dime. He never honored anybody. And he's the guy there. He never honored anybody, so he did not receive honor. Honor people, you will get respect. Honor people. Listen to somebody, even if you are high up there. You earn respect, and you don't know when this respect can help you. You can be the MD of whatever you can, but your car can break down on an expressway by 7:30 in the night.
No, forget it.
It takes a staff that can say, come, carry my car, go. This car will see to it. You can imagine if you have a bad boss, your car breaks down on the Lagos-Ibadan expressway and is getting late, and the man sees you in his car, he will just bend down now, say it's good for you, a pass so that you will not see him. But if it's somebody that honors, you will stop and help him. I've had stories where people say, look, sir, carry this car, let this car carry you, we will bring this one. They will do everything to honor you because as their boss or somebody high up there, you have honored them. That is building influence. Influence doesn't, people think that you must, if you have money, you are influential. No. If you have money, you are influential. No. It doesn't, people are around you for what they can get. If that money, if for any reason you don't have that money again, you'll be surprised how many people you can influence. Even the cockroach and rat in your house, you can't influence because they will move to your neighbor that has just blown. Lead with authority, but allow autonomy. The key to successful leadership is influence, not authority. I've stressed that, and stressed that. Leaders must be close enough to relate to others, but also far enough or far ahead to motivate them. So don't calm down your high horse, relate with your people, know what they're doing, but also go back, striving for excellence, because you need your brain, you need time to separate yourself as a leader because you are leading people. But it does not mean that you cannot leave that your castle and come down to where they are to know what, relate with them. If you truly want people to respect you as a leader, you must prove to them that they can survive and thrive even without you. Give them autonomy. Let people run and make mistakes. See, there's no way people will not make mistakes. There's no way something will not happen that will cost the company money. But it's in failure that people grow. Is it not sick they use when you go to teaching hospital? Is it not sick person that doctors use to treat teaching interns? Do they use people that are well to teach? They use people that are sick to teach. The same way, give people autonomy, let them be able to make mistakes, but they are learning on the job, on the spot. Give people room, give them their own kingdoms, give them their small kingdoms within your own kingdom. You know why? In the old United Kingdom, were they United Kingdom then? In the whole British Empire, the king was there. He had his army, but his army was never enough. But he has all these barons, these knights in different places that have castles. When there's war, he rallies them around and they go to war. So you can imagine if you're not in good terms with those barons and knights that have armies that will bring from their castle to add to your own, they sponsor their own army, they sponsor their own soldiers, join with yours, you will not be able to succeed. Autonomy is even a tool of growth. Give people their own kingdom within your kingdom. Let them run it. Let them know they are the boss, and they will carry both the glory and the punishment or whatever that comes with it. Autonomy is not a bad thing. Don't micromanage everything. Don't micromanage everything. Okay? I'm coming to the end. Always show kindness and attention to others. Always show kindness and attention to others. Your words might be filling the empty spaces in someone's heart. Show kindness. Not because you're a boss, you keep your face, as if when somebody greets you. I know people that when they greet you, I know one man that we had one company together. When his staff greets him, he will not answer, he just keep his face. I said, sir, they are greeting. How would they know that I'm the boss? They must greet me because I signed their checks. I mean, that is false. That is a false, how will I say it? It's a false notion about people. Show kindness. Tomorrow, you don't know. You don't know what is going to happen. You need people. You can't be a boss all to yourself. You need people to work for you. And when you need them most might be when they move to the other company. Your words might be the best. You don't know if you say hello to somebody might be the best. That might be the only good thing he has heard in a month. It does not matter who is assigned to your team. What matters is how they will become because of you in that team. Leaders should influence others in such a way that it builds people up, encourages and edifies people so that they can duplicate this attitude in other people. And now it becomes a company culture. It becomes an organizational culture. When you do it for people, people will continue to do it for people in an organization, and it makes the organization very healthy. Right? So I come to the summary. Leadership is all about influence. The first thing I said about leadership is everything rises and falls on leadership. Good, bad, ugly rises and falls on leadership. Leadership is all about influence. Is the single most important factor in your impact that you ever make in life. So begin to build influence today. Use these points, I think about 12 or 13 of them, I don't know how many. Cautiously begin to build influence. Build from ground up. Don't build influence with people at the top. Build with the least person. With the least person. One day I saw somebody making an analogy. One day they wanted to, or giving a story in one I think it was on channels, and he said one person that you have honored in the past that is low there might be the hand that will stay somebody stoning you or stabbing you. And he was saying that one day these young people can rise. One day the poor will rise and begin to kill the rich. But it might be one person that you honored among them that will say this one is good, that can save your life or the life of your children. Influence. Policemen, please, when you see policemen and is in your power, give them something. Please. It's not easy, because let me tell you, when policemen, if they go on strike, there's a problem. They moved how many policemen from River State to, I think, where did they have that election? Was it Edo or where they, that night, 5:36, they were robbing on East-West Road for those in Port Harcourt. Not the major, the East-West Road within town. By 5-6, robbing on Okoro Road, just because police was, they shipped them to another state. Please help them. It's not good to wear black and stand in the sun. I don't understand that uniform, but well, they know best. There's somebody say black attracts heat, but whatever it is, if you can buy them water, is good. Give them before they ask, honor them. You don't know when one might be the person that will say, look, this man is a good man, pass. And that could have cost you 6 hours of sitting down and speaking English with policemen. Please build influence today, even in the market. See, when you go to the market, leave a deposit of something. Always leave something with somebody. If it's a kind word, if it's a joke, if it's something, always leave something with somebody. And if you have money, always give. Just drop it for that person, leave it for that person. Always do good. Do something that they will remember you for that, not by who you are. Even because when you die, nobody cares how much money you have. There are many people that have had money more than what you have, but they will not forget what you have done, even to your family. Please do more for your family, because people do good outside more than they do for their family. Do more for your kids, your wife, your parents, more than you even do outside. Or let it at least be at par. Don't be known as Mr. Nice outside and not inside. Influence both in and out. But what I'm saying today, please start building influence today. Help police people. Make friends with soldiers. Make friends with lawyers. Everywhere. Build influence wherever you don't know where you're going to need it. Leadership is all about influence. All right. God bless you guys. Thank you for joining me this evening. I might not be able to take questions, but please, if you want to ask me questions, on Wednesday, 4 o'clock, I'm live on Wednesday. by 4 o'clock. You can just put any question on my DM, right? Yeah. Put any question on my DM and I will answer on Wednesday by 4 p.m. Just for 1 hour, 4 to 5. I come and I answer the questions for the day. You can also leave questions on the my DM. I'll be able to reach out. Questions in the area of business, career, leadership, personal finance, marriage, and relationships, both corporate and personal. In any of these areas, you can just reach out and ask me questions. I look forward to answering your questions. We are doing leadership. We'll continue with this leadership series. We'll continue for like 2 months, maybe way into at the end of March. We'll talk about leadership before we proceed to other things. So please, if you know someone that you think that this type of teaching might help, please share this link with them. When you get the information, share the links with them. There's also a group of people that I mentor. If you want to be one of them, you can follow the link. It's already there on my DM. Link /Uche, but it is spelled linktr.ee/Uche Onochie, one word. So that is link tree linktr.ee/Uche Onochie. If you want to be part of that group or you know someone, just forward that link to them. So until I see you on Monday or on Wednesday, please keep safe. Please just share this information, share this website for the things that we do. And you can also move over to Zoom. I always say that in Zoom, you get the slides and more teaching. The better you get the slides and be better informed of what I'm saying. And you can write out 1 or 2 things. So for all of you on Instagram and on Facebook, you can move over to Zoom or Uche Onochie channel on YouTube, and you can get all these things. If you miss them, you can also get them on Uche Onochie YouTube and get the teaching. So until I come your way again on Wednesday and on Monday, keep safe and God bless you guys. Good night.